Welcome back to math. These are the practice problems for section 5 on positive and negative numbers. The first problem is addition with a positive number and a negative number, 7 plus negative 4. We'll do it first on the number line. So on the number line, when we add a negative, we move to the left. So we're going to start at 7, and we're going to move left 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we land on positive 3. Now doing it the same way with rules, we are adding and the signs are different. So we're going to subtract the two numbers. First, not paying attention, we'll take the larger number 7, not paying attention to the signs. 7 minus 4 is 3, and we take the sign of the larger number. That's 7. 7 is more than 4, and so it's a positive 3. Problem 2 is negative 7 plus positive 3. So this time we're adding a positive number, which means we'll move to the right. We start at negative 7, and we're going to move right 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. We land on negative 4. Or, doing the same problem with rules, we are doing addition and the signs are different. So we're going to subtract the bigger number, which in this case is 7, minus the smaller. 7 minus 3 is 4. And then we look at the signs. Which one was the sign of the bigger number? That was negative. So the answer is negative 4. Problem 3 is 8.5, positive 8.5, plus a negative 1/2. So number lines can have not just integers or whole numbers, they can have fractions, decimals, anything you want. So we'll start at 8.5, that's our beginning number. We are adding a negative, so we're going to move left. We're only going to move left half a space, and that's from 8.5 to 8. So the answer is 8. Or, using the rules, we're doing addition, the signs are different. So we're going to take the larger number minus the smaller number, 8.5 minus the half, this was just 8, take the sign of the larger number. That was positive. Problem 4 is a positive 12 minus negative 3. So we're doing subtraction with a negative number. We're going to move to the right. We start at 12. We're going to move right 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Land on 15. The answer is 15. Or, using the rules, we're doing subtraction. So the first thing we do is change that subtraction sign to a positive. Change the sign of the second number. So instead of negative 3, it's going to be positive 3. 12 plus 3 is 15. Notice that when I say positive 3, if I could have written the positive sign, but it's understood. Problem number 5 asks us to subtract 12 minus 110. The number line system isn't really feasible because even if we start at 12, we need to go 110 spaces to the left, and that's not really feasible. But imagine where we're going to wind up, 110 spaces that goes past 0 into negative territory. We know that it's going to be a fairly large negative number. Alright, so let's turn to the rules. The rules say that we are subtracting signs that are different. We're still going to change this to an addition, 12 plus, and change the sign of the second number. That's 110. Now we're adding with the signs that are different, which means we're going to subtract the large one minus the smaller one. So we get 98, and we keep the sign of the larger number, negative. That makes sense with the number line. It's a very large negative number. Problem 6 uses some decimals. Again, here's another example. I made the number line showing all the decimals. And we're in the negative territory here with negative 6.2. So there's our starting sign, our starting point. We're subtracting a positive, so we're going to move left. And we're going to move left 7/10. Well, this number line I drew is in tenths, so we're going to move 7 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we get to negative 6.9. Okay? We can do the same thing with the rules. So it's a subtraction. We're going to change it to addition and change the sign of the second number. Okay? So now we have addition with the signs are the same. So we're going to add 6.2 and 0.7, 6.9 or 6 and 9/10, and we keep the sign there, negative. So again, same answer, negative 6.9. Problem 7 has some addition and some subtraction. But remember PEMDAS, we're doing addition and subtraction together, left to right. So let's start with this, and then we'll do the second part. So 1 plus negative 2, that's 1. When we subtract, no, we're going to add a negative, we're going to move left. Moving left 2 spaces takes us to negative 1. Then the second part is subtracting a negative, so we're going to move right, 1, 2, and we're at positive 1. All right, let's do that with the rules. 1 plus negative 2. So we are doing addition and the signs are different. So we subtract the smaller from the larger. Now even though negative 2 is less than 1, when I say smaller, I mean the smaller number ignoring the signs. So the smaller is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, and we keep the sign of the larger number, 2. So it's negative 1. Now let's just bring this down and do it together. Now we have subtraction, and the signs are the same. Okay, we're changing it to an addition, plus, and we change the sign of the second number to a positive. Now we have addition with the signs are different. So again, we're subtracting the larger from the smaller. 2 minus 1 is 1, and we keep the sign of the larger number, that was 2, positive 1. Here's a multiplication problem, and you might think compared to addition and subtraction, multiplication and division is a lot easier. You just do it and then figure out what to do with the signs. Alright, 5 times 4 is 20. If the signs are the same, we would keep the answer would be positive. If the signs are different, the answer is negative. This is positive, this is negative. Those are different. Negative 20. Here's problem 9. Negative 2 times negative 4. The signs are the same. They're both negative, so the answer is going to be positive. 2 times 4 is 8. And problem 10 is negative 18 times 2. The signs are different. One's negative, one's positive, so the answer is going to be negative. 18 times 2 is 36. Problem 11 is some division now, and the signs are different. Here's a negative and here's a positive, so the answer is going to be negative. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Negative 4. And problem 12 is also division. 121 divided by negative 11. The signs are different, so the answer is going to be negative. And 121 divided by 11 is 11. Negative 11. Problem 13 is some more division. This time the signs are the same. They're both negative, so the answer is going to be positive. 2 divided by 4. Okay, well, let's see. 2 divided by 4 is 1/2, and the answer is positive. Problem 14 has some multiplication and some division. But again, in PEMDAS, we're doing our multiplication and division together, left to right. So let's just consider this part first. Remember, I can put parentheses around this because of the associative property. So 3 times negative 4. 3 times 4 is 12. It's negative because one's positive and one's negative. Now, here's the rest of the problem. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and these are the same signs, so the answer is positive 6.